Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing great. Happy Halloween. I tried to pick a time here that would kind of hit Central Europe around evening time, East Coast. It's just starting to get dark here in the United States. It's kind of early here in California, but I have to try to pick a time that works for everybody. I hope your day is going well, and this is probably one of my favorite readings each year because energetically, it's a very potent time to meditate, to do any sort of spiritual practice. And part of that is because the veil is thin and it's just easier to connect with spirit. And it's a great day to bring that energy of meditation and light. That's why we have all of those jack-o'-lanterns, basically light in the dark. So we're going to look today at today's reading. I'm going to pull a full Celtic cross just to kind of tap into what spirit wants us to see. If there's any shadow energy that we need to dispel, it'll come through in this reading. If there's an opportunity later, we'll tune into Ancestral and sort of those who have passed, that kind of energy. But I'm going to start off first by simply pulling some cards and seeing what we can do today to basically make a difference here. We have a couple of months left in this year, so this is a chance to deal with any fear or anxiety, any shadow energy, and bring light into it. And so that's kind of what I was drawn to do today as I was meditating and thinking, what should we focus on? Every reading every year is a little different. I just want to get straight into the Celtic cross. So let's do it, folks. We're going to be reading. I tried to pick a spooky deck here. We're going to be reading again here on Halloween. I'm really trying to focus on dispelling. We did a little on this of this on the weekend, but now we're specifically looking at any shadow energy that we need to transmute, where we can find opportunities to bring light and positivity into our lives. And with that being said, welcome everybody. This is an impromptu collective. All that are present are welcome, and there will be messages for everybody. As I said in my daily, whether you celebrate Halloween, Samhain, Day of the Dead, doesn't matter, or if you just wanted to show up for a reading today, you're all welcome. We can all benefit from the thin veil of energy and from the messages coming through from Spirit here. All right. I don't think we need to do a full health, wealth, love, and destiny sort of thing, but I am going to do just a full Celtic cross, and then we'll pull some additional cards after that to see what else wants to come through. Okay, let's get started. So I still pulled a catalyst card, and we have the fish here, which to me is the ability to move between things. I mean, I like that there's a fluid energy to fish. So if there's anything where you felt stuck or trapped or not able to move, the fish reminds us to look in all directions because it can go up, down, around, and it's not constrained to sometimes what we see as a very linear path. So this is a chance for you to be a little bit more flexible in your thoughts and to really kind of make sure that you're not missing something in a different direction, both kind of like in your imagination, but also what's around you. So really tune in, really look around, and you might surprise yourself at your flexibility or your ability to adapt to a situation. All right, let's see what's going on here. We have also a very watery card here at the center, the Eight of Cups. So this is a nice cyclical sort of energy, hey Apollo, to come through in this period of time. You want to say hello? Here we have Mr. Apollo checking things out, wishing everybody some love, and we're going to talk about the Eight of Cups while he's here. If I can keep the card upright. So Eight of Cups energy is basically about making and breaking cycles in your life. And you have an opportunity right now to see if something still sort of serves your highest good, or maybe if you've moved beyond it. And if you have, then this is a chance to step away and see what else is out there. Thanks for saying hi, buddy. If we look at this card as well, traditionally we would see someone walking away from 7 cups or 8 cups in front, depending on the illustration, leaving space for, it's basically like an open door. So one thing that I would say today, if you're really done with something, it's a chance to shut the door and say, let's move in a different direction. If you're not sure about something, it's a chance to step away and get perspective. So most of you are probably on one end of that spectrum, and here's the card that's crossing that. And this is typically it's a pretty appropriate card for Halloween, kind of like the movie Halloween. Everyone deserves one good scare. So this is basically, fears, anxieties, or things of that nature. And the important thing to do, and we're doing it today, is to look fear in the face and think, what is it that's really driving this energy of being afraid? So typically with the Nine of Swords, the good news is it's not as bad as it seems, but the only way to sort of see through this is we'll look at the deep past. You have two cards, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So I actually just feel like it's the fear of manifestation or success. And some of you may feel like it's too much too fast, or I'm not ready for that, or what if I succeed? Will I meet up to expectations? So it's actually for some of you just a fear of success. So I think that's pretty manageable. Also, make sure you're getting enough rest in your life, whether Nine of Swords or Four of Swords energy comes through. It is a reminder to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, not working too many hours, not getting too stressed out. So the Magician is a card that can manifest either end of the spectrum. It can manifest the positive things in life, the dreams, the hopes, the aspiration. It can also attract things when there is that feeling, I am not this enough, whether it's worthy or prepared or talented or pretty or whatever. We all have our fears and our sort of insecurities. So let's not manifest or attract things that are reinforcing or trying to teach us that those don't exist. Let's instead manifest the positive stuff and be in the flow, which is very much what this Magician card is. Also very much what this Eight of Cups is. Be in the flow of prosperity, abundance, opportunity, imagination, and that's your chance today. It's a day of magic after all, so believe in your potential. We have Eight of Wands beneath this card. It's one here where you can see abundance, movement, prosperity. The thing that can happen sometimes with Eight of Wands is you can feel lost in the shuffle. So don't be afraid to slow down and really just, again, tune in. That's the main thing so far, is slow down, tune in, get some perspective. That will help you move past the fear and past the anxiety here. All right, so recent past, Nine of Cups in reverse. It can be a card of exaggeration. So when things go in a sort of difficult place, sometimes we think it's the end of the world, and when it's really, really good, it can be like top of the mountain. It's a wish fulfillment card. So some of you may just be worrying, like, will my dream come true? And let's let that go. Instead, just focus on, I'm ready to receive this dream, this goal, and maybe it's going to even surpass my expectations. I'm not going to freak out when it arrives. I'm just going to be present and in the flow. Lots and lots of water energy so far, so it's just about going with the flow and not fighting where spirit wants to kind of lead you. Sensitivity is pretty high for everybody tuning in today. I mean, also an appropriate card to come through on Halloween because it's all about emotions and like getting a good scare or something like that. But when it comes to drinking or eating, something that we can do too much of on Halloween, take it easy, folks. Don't, hold back a little bit on the caffeine, the sugar, and the alcohol, please. Tomorrow, you will be thanking me if you watch this in time. Just say no on that last helping of whatever it is that you're doing, okay? Easy does it today. And when it comes to just general things in life, we don't want to give in to either two of these nines, especially since this Nine of Cups card is in reverse. So fears or heightened emotions, we want to take a step back. We want to get perspective. Let me pull the traditional Eight of Cups just because I think it helps kind of tell the story a little bit. Here's some things you can do today or tomorrow if you're watching this after Halloween. It would be a great day if you have the time to, take a walk, take a day off, get some perspective. For those of you that are thinking of planning a holiday, that works too. Somewhere here in the next week or so, it would be good just to step back and think, how am I doing on this year? How am I doing with my goals? Is there anything that I still want to accomplish? And if there is, what am I going to do to make it happen? So here's that card that I was talking about. It's a much different approach here. So we actually see the person stepping away. We see the open door, the area where there's some space that's being held. Here we're just looking at where they've gone, but it is important to see that you have to take the step there. So as much as I like this deck, we really need to see the person on the card to kind of get the full picture. So I would say, what are you doing to take a step back and get the bird's eye view? Do that sometime this week. And even if you watch this on November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whenever you see it, it's divinely timed. take a step back and get perspective. Now we have the World card. Oops. That's the universe repeating it one more time. It just popped up on my phone, which was funny. All right, so we have the World card here in reverse. With the World card in reverse, what it's also reminding us here is that something's coming to a close, but there could be a little bit of attachment, a feeling like I'm not ready to release it just yet. I need to kind of be where I'm at, but the universe is ready to step in, and the door is opening here. So if there's any hesitation on stepping away from a person, place, or thing, or stepping toward an opportunity that is kind of knocking on the door, really ask yourself, what is the fear? What is the anxiety? What is the attachment or the anchor? The World reverse can also be fast. So something's happening, manifesting faster than you thought. Maybe you're better at manifesting than you gave yourself credit for. I talked a little bit about this. It was either on the weekend reading or the Pisces one. They were so close, I can't remember. But sometimes with manifestation, it's kind of like the old thing, be careful what you wish for, but it's not really a warning. It's just sort of saying you could get your wish faster. It could be bigger or better than you thought. And this is where shadow energy is coming in, because insecurity knocks on the door and it's saying, are you sure you can handle this? Based on what I've seen, yes, you can. Don't let fear hold you back from expansion, okay? It's overdue for some of you maybe to move on, to move up, to move out towards something. So now is just basically a time for you to figure out how to take that step. We have the Ten of Wands, also a card of expansion and movement. This one was reversed, but let's look at it in the upright position. It's saying, don't be afraid to reach for the stars. I know I just talked about that recently. This one was in the Pisces reading where I showed a picture of the star card where we saw the person reaching up. So don't be afraid. Sometimes what happens in life is we are made to think that our dream is too lofty because we have a conservative friend or teacher or parent or leader in our life. And this is basically saying, who are they to say what's possible? You and you alone know what's possible in your life. You're right on the liminal space, because we're in a liminal day here, of going beyond the threshold. So this is a chance for you to reach new heights, okay? You don't have to carry the burden alone of whatever it is that you might be dealing with. Typically, and we can see it here, the person in the Ten of Wands is carrying a lot emotionally, energetically, sometimes even carrying, when you're moving it, you can carry too much physically. So you just want to make sure that you're releasing some of that and knowing that you don't have to do it all alone, okay? This is a card of completion. You have two cards of completion in rapid succession here. And then we have a card here of movement. So lots and lots, these are all also moving, completing, and sort of, and it's very fluid energy here. So I feel like today is a great day to take a step. Wherever you want to go, you're going to create some momentum. So before your celebrations, or again, if you're watching this on the 1st, because many of you will be because of time zones, make sure that you're taking some time today to move towards the next big thing. The veil will still be open for a few days this week, so take advantage of it. You're showing up as being in a deciding sort of energy here. The scales of justice are weighing options. Judgment, usually the decision has been made, but justice, it's still on the sort of the table. It's like what's possible and what you want. So what Spirit is asking you is, 1, what do you want? 2, do you believe in yourself? 3, when are you going to make this happen? So today, again, before or after celebrations, I don't care. Take a moment or two to set intentions and say, for the next couple of months, here's what I intend to do. Yes, I am ready. Let's do this. Kind of go at it with a very even, solid, self-confident approach, and I think that will help. Do what's right. I mean, obviously that's justice as well. So if something is out of balance, if something is wrong, if someone's doing something that's unfair, this is stepping forward and saying, you know what? I need to fix this. I'm going to make the necessary change, etc., etc. Okay. There could be a Libra coming into your life as well. But Queen of Cups in reverse, in the environment. High emotions. Again, we have a lot of water cards coming through. 2 of them have been reversed. 1 of them has been upright. So it's really about trying to find your place in the flow. Queen of Cups in reverse. Sensitive, imaginative, very tapped in. A little bit, maybe too much sensitive today when it comes to other people's energy. So For those of you that are highly sensitive people, intuitive, Halloween's an interesting day. If you are going to do something in a public forum or setting, go to a party, etc., make sure that you take a moment to center and ground your energy and put some protection up. Really get a firm feeling for who you are and hold the light. And if you do that, you'll be all right. And again, trying not to go overboard, especially when it comes to drinking or consuming anything, whether it's sugar or alcohol or whatever. Definitely coming through in the cards, so I'll highlight it. There could also be someone in your life that needs a little bit more of your support and your energy. It's showing up around you, so this can be someone who just really wants a lot. So make sure that you know how much you're willing to give. Take a step back if you need to, as we were talking about with the Eight of Cups here. You can always say, well, I'll be back a little bit, or at a certain point, if you have another obligation, step away and just create some healthy boundaries. There is a chance here to attract new friendship and opportunity in this period of time. We have the Four of Wands. The Lover's card in reverse. This is one of the highest and most magnetic cards in the major arcana. One of the things it's saying right now, I love the autumnal energy here, is don't underestimate your value, and someone is just as lucky to have you as you are to have them. And never forget that. Like energy attracts like energy, so always see your worth in the equation here. Do you love what you're doing? Do you love who you're spending time with? Are you feeling that sense of fulfillment in your life? The universe wants you to be happy, but with the Scales card coming through, Justice, it's saying make sure that it's reciprocated. It's 50-50. And if it isn't, take a step back. Again, a card here of rest. We got the two of them. We got both the Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords. This tells me whatever fear or anxiety might be in front of you, you're about ready to put it to rest. We have the Four of Swords in the upright position, which is a card of sleep, rest, and release. So this is not as difficult as it seems, but there are things going on. There could be a person in the environment. You could just be sort of in the throes of something challenging. Plus, I see change. I mean, this is manageable change, but it could be sudden change or important change. So it's really about leaning into that, taking care of yourself. Okay? All right. Let's do some different things here today. I'd like to tune into ancestral energy for those who have lost someone recently, because we're right on the precipice of Day of the Dead. I would be remiss not to be looking at sort of messages from those who have passed. So let's take a look at those who have loved and lost, and let's see if there's a message from those who are no longer here for those who are here. Okay, past, present, and future. So in the past here, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is really about creating a better balance in your life. So the first message coming through from the ones that you love that are on the other side is, you have what it takes to step into this next thing, but make sure that you're not over promising, that you're not over committed, that you've created the appropriate balance in your life. So it's nicely aligned to Justice, which we saw earlier, another card that typically has scales in it. You would see a person trying to figure out how much time and energy and resources to give to everybody. This is just focusing more on the growth, the personal growth, because we're just seeing the trees with all the fruits here, basically representing the pentacles. So keep focusing on you and saving a little bit for you so that there'll be more than enough in the future. So saving for the future, resting and making sure that your sort of energy is being protected, and not doing something where there is no sort of reciprocal energy. That's the first message from ancestral presences here. We also see now finally a balancing here, the Nine of Cups in the upright position. They're coming back toward you. It's a journey. Here's the thing. This is someone, when we're looking at your loved one, they're in between. They may be still in that place where they're coming back, and then they're going back where they're now at. So when you die, when you pass into spirit, there's a lot of different stages. And my mom passed away last year. And kind of earlier this year, she showed me that she was ready to go up a level. And she said, after 1 month, I won't be visiting as much. But she visited me a lot for 1 month and then stepped further into spirit. And I don't see her as much, but I'm happy because I know that she's doing other things now. So at the very beginning of people kind of making that transition, this is what happens. They come back and forth. They check in on you. They look and see what their impact was. They're able to kind of travel more freely. And it's very much a sort of vagabond energy. But the Eight of Cups is also reminding you that there's always a GPS or a wayfinding way for them to get back to you. So they're only a prayer away. So today is a great day to light a candle, say a prayer, express your thoughts towards that person, and let them know that there's always a seat at the table, that there's always room in your heart, and that you feel and appreciate their presence, okay? But they're reachable. This is just saying, dial me up if you need me, okay? And they're not so far into spirit that they can't connect with you. Sometimes comes a point where someone really transitions and it takes a little bit more time and energy to come through. I see whoever it is that you're looking at still being accessible. So make a call today, psychically. And again, I just told you how. Light a candle, set a place at the table, and just say, it's good to have you here. We have the Ace of Cups. They love you. What a sweet message to come through here. Also, love yourself. Do things that bring you joy. They want you to be happy. This is a very positive message. So they're here with you, or they're able to come to you when you need them. They want you to be happy. They want you to experience love, and they're offering you that cup towards you as well, saying, I love you. That's kind of like the Rider-Waite-Smith hand reaching out and saying, I love you. See the love that you embody. Do something that brings you love, joy, and happiness. They want to see that cup overflowing. Really beautiful message overall. Okay. Let's take a look at ancestral patterns that you may need to break. This is something that I'm being guided to look at. Maybe not something that you would have thought of seeing when you tuned in here, but this could be your immediate family. So maybe there was issues with money or health or just self-care. It could be also, legacies that you want to carry on. But let's just look at the ancestral patterns and see if there's any messages around the ancestral patterns. Okay. Seven of Swords is a really good one, but we're going to start off with the past first. So not everything was discussed. The Moon card can be a card of secrets, and we all know that those take place in families. Sometimes when we're really young, parents may underestimate our ability to deal with things or see things. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I sensed and saw and understood a lot more than parents and adults and teachers kind of gave me credit for. And I think that's true of most children, especially nowadays with how prevalent media is. I think there's just a maturation that happens sooner. So we have wise children out there. It's better to talk about things. But so in your own life, this is about not keeping secrets. And when you deal with the hopes, the fears, the anxieties, or the family things, the skeletons in the closet, a pretty appropriate metaphor for today. When you look at the skeleton in the closet, you just realize it's a bunch of bones. It's inanimate. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's something to talk through. It's something that you can transmute. So that's the first message, maybe, is just to be more honest, forthright, and maybe a little bit of an acknowledgement from ancestral spirits that they could have done a better job about being truthful. I talked about this. Now we got it. This is the one from the Pisces reading, the exact card that I was talking about. So the star in reverse, it was upright in the Pisces reading, but in reverse, it's about dimming or muting the light. So there could have been a parent, teacher, or whoever it is from spirit that's coming through that didn't give you the encouragement or didn't understand or maybe asked you to be a little less than. So I'm asking you or encouraging you today to be a little more than and to really reach in that capacity that maybe you weren't encouraged to reach before. So you have the star power, and you can do this, but someone around you, maybe even historically, it was just about not causing too much trouble. Blend in. We don't want to be seen. We just want to be part of the crowd. You're not necessarily cut from the same mold. There's something here that's a little bit more bright or loud or sensational or different. Being different is good. It isn't celebrated in school, is it? You want to be part of the popular group. And when we look at how people win things in, society, it's the ones that get the most acceptance. But in spirit, we're all supposed to be unique. We all bring our own voice. It's kind of like a choir. You take certain sounds out. Sorry about that. Take certain sounds out and it doesn't resonate. So you're playing your own role. This card is encouraging you to vibrate with the frequency that's right for you, to reach for your goals, etc. All right. Your parents or ancestors may not have understood it when they were living, but they can see it and celebrate it from afar now. This is the most important one, and it's in the future. It's accountability, honesty, and integrity. So this is your chance to be something, like to learn from bad examples. And I'm sure we've all had bad examples of this. Someone who just didn't keep promises, or didn't tell the truth, or couldn't sort of like be truthful with or real with themselves. So the biggest thing that you can do to break down ancestral blocks is to be honest, to have integrity, and to admit when things didn't work out and it was maybe on you. So again, accountability and integrity are the messages here, and the tools with which you can break down the old ancestral patterns. And if there's anyone in your life, because these two cards are very related. So the Moon, the Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, and Devil, they all hang out at the same cosmic party. This is keeping secrets. This isn't keeping promises. So let's be honest and let's keep our promises. And let's not let someone get away with this. The Moon is a sneaky card. The Seven of Swords is a sneaky card. We see this person kind of hiding in the shadows. So let's kind of try to remove that energy now if we can. Okay? What is coming through that could surprise us right now? What's the okay, very Halloween deck here. What's the sort of positive silver lining? Because I always want us to take a look at what's possible. Seeing beyond the shadows and looking at the light. Six of Pentacles keeps coming up in the past. Now we have a different illustration. Very trick or treat. Now as we're looking at this. World reversed, also coming through again. Just came through in the Pisces reading too. And now the Page of Pentacles. All right. So lots of synchronicities with all the readings that I've been doing over the past few days. You are on the... If it hasn't already happened, you're right, like 1 or 2 steps away, out right on the precipice of finding better financial, energetic, and just general balance in your life. But it boils down to choices, folks, making better choices. So now let me reframe this. You don't have to say, you shouldn't say yes to everybody. Sometimes too, if something is a good use of time and energy or not. So be real with yourself. And really focus in the month of November here. And you can look at all the November readings. They're on the main channel. And just see where you can find better balance in your life. Balance came through as a representation of you in today's special readings. So balance is key. Okay. Again, something wants to happen faster, bigger, in a different shape, way, or form than you anticipated. And it kind of boils down to just acceptance, belief, faith, and moving with the flow, like we saw with that fish card here. This can also just be the end of something. Finally, something's coming to a close, or finally something's beginning. And there is sometimes disbelief when we see fate unfolding, right? So it's happening, folks. Whatever it is that you're trying to create, it's happening. And the timing is now. And this is also a call for those of you that tend to procrastinate a little bit to stop procrastinating. So it's saying, let's take or make a move now. Now, this is the card that will help you the most. What is it that you're trying to do? We see a Page of Pentacles very much connected to, tangible things, time, energy, money. But what empowers this page and what gives it direction is intention and maybe having done the homework. And so this is a time to really explore all options in front of you, to map it out, sort of figuratively speaking, but it could be literal as well, and then decide, you may also be called between two different directions, okay? So it's a chance for you to really decide what works for me, what do I want, etc. And the silver lining here is an opportunity is right on the horizon here, okay? I'm looking at this turret, and it looks like some of you have worked through a tower situation, and it looks like many of you now are moving beyond that as well. So it's abundance after that moment of, challenge. I just noticed I've had this deck probably for like 6 or 7 years, but the page is flipping a coin. Let's not leave it up to a coin toss, right? Let's actually make a decision based on what you want, and not be so random about it. I think being very intentional with the next step is key. And that was something that took me a long time to figure out in my own life. But when you really feel it, believe it, see it, that's when other people can really start to see that you've got it together. So be intentional and invest in yourself. Be invested in whatever it is that you do. And I think that's key. I like to keep these a little bit shorter. I'd like to kind of open it up now to do a open question, a final card. I don't know if it's going to be the final question, but I think that it would be good in this moment to kind of focus on one thing that you're needing some advice on today. So focus on that. I'm going to get a different deck while we do that. Okay. Oh, actually, I know which one. We'll do the Raven's Prophecy. Okay. Focus on something that you need some advice on, that you haven't gotten some clarity on yet, and let's see what the universe has to say. Okay, the universe is busy. Sorry, this is a fun deck, but the card stock is not the greatest. So second time we got the Ace of Cups today. One was when it was a message from your ancestors, and today we have a raven coming through with this Ace of Cups, another messenger from beyond. So Ace of Cups, yes, it's a yes. The message here is, are you happy? I mean, or the question with this, first of all, it's a yes, but Spirit is saying, would this bring you joy? Why would this bring you joy? Are you happy with other things in your life? It's basically focusing on that and the capacity to receive and accept, because the Ace of Cups is basically a chalice, a container, a satellite dish. So you have to have it, you have to be open to receiving. So also, are you ready? Do you believe in yourself? Are you open? It's a yes, but the only things that could be holding you back are if there's any blocks or doubts with anything that we just said. And also, have you expressed your thoughts and feelings? Birds have the ability, especially ravens and crows, they're a little loud. So have you spoken up? Have you expressed it? Because we don't want someone to have to kind of like intuit it if there's something that is on your mind or in your heart. And that's the main message there. All right. I think that these are the messages that needed to come through for today. If you had any questions, again, listen to that open question that I just did. And I thank everybody for being present. I like to keep this a little bit shorter. I think today's reading was really, really beautiful. Yeah, we're going to keep it short today. All right, I'm going to take a moment just to say thanks to everybody that showed up, and then we'll wrap it up. And as I'm doing that, a quick reminder that all of the monthly readings are done. So you can go to the main channel and check out your November reading as well. So today I'd like to say thanks. We had some gifted memberships. Liz, thank you for gifting 5 memberships today. Evan, thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. Allison, thank you for your contribution. Independent Puppy, thank you. Andrea, thank you for being a member for 23 months. That's amazing. Give me another second here to make sure that I didn't miss anything, and then we'll wrap up for today. And let me know what other types of special readings you'd like to see in the future, because I'm always open to doing some special topics here, and we'll mix it up over the next couple of months. All right, so to all of the new members here, I'm going to say thanks to anybody that joined within the last day here. Nora, A2, Gabrielle, Zanoni, Elsie, Laura, Erin, Chanel, and Shay. Thank you guys. And again, just making sure that I didn't miss out on any of the super stickers. Let's see if I did. I think I caught everybody here. Yep, got everyone. All right, folks, thank you so much for your time. And if you want to show a little bit of love and support, hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up, and you can give me a follow on social media as well. Again, thanks to all that did give back with Super Chat and Super Thanks. And that's it for today, folks. Wishing you all the best now and always. Take care of yourselves. Have a great holiday. And I will see you later this week to start reading for the next month. So we'll start to look at the energy of December, believe it or not. All right, take care. Lots of love and light. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.